Thanks to her appearances in films like Network and Chinatown, Faye Dunaway is inarguably a Hollywood icon to be reckoned with. But it seems the actress's reputation amongst her peers in the entertainment industry leaves quite a bit to be desired. There was one notable Golden Age star in particular who claimed via late-night television that Faye was the worst person in show business. Join Factsverse as we confirm that Faye Dunaway is the worst person to work with in Hollywood. Faye Dunaway is the epitome of a Hollywood diva. When you think of Hollywood divas, one of the first people that pops in your head is Faye Dunaway. She has achieved rare superstar status in the industry thanks to her iconic appearances in classic films, and she still continues to work today. Her continued work in the industry comes in spite of her decidedly negative reputation, and that has come about from her behavior. One of the most classic of her films is 1974's Chinatown, directed by Roman Polanski and also starring Jack Nicholson. Faye played the main female character in the film, and she was already a big deal in Hollywood at that point. In fact, it seems the production of Chinatown represented a point where Faye's diva behavior had reached a point that none of her peers had seen. According to legend, Faye began acting so diva-like on the set of Chinatown that she refused to flush her own toilet. Instead, the actress would call in teamsters to do the job for her, which prompted many members of the crew to turn their backs and leave without saying goodbye. When Faye was later prompted by an interview to answer for these tales, she coyly replied that she had no idea. Faye poured urine on Roman Polanski's head. Legend has it there was another incident on the set of Chinatown involving Faye Dunaway and her bodily fluids, and this incident also involved the film's controversial director. Those who aren't fans of Roman Polanski will be pleased to hear that Faye apparently dumped a glass of urine on the director's head after he refused to let her take a break to relieve herself. Despite the fact Faye seems to have pissed off a lot of her co-workers on the set of Chinatown, the film was an immense success, and the actress was praised for her work in it. Another big role came in the 1980s when she was cast in the film Mommy Dearest. Faye was cast as Golden Age luminary Joan Crawford. Arguably, Joan was the same kind of insane Hollywood diva that Faye always strived to be, so the role proved perfect for her. But accounts from the actor who played Joan Crawford's assistant in the film suggest that Faye took the role a little too seriously. According to actress Rutanya Alda, who starred alongside Faye in Mommy Dearest, she was supposed to receive a stage slap from Faye during the filming of a certain scene, but Faye slapped the actress for real. Rutanya was taken aback, but she had already heard rumors of Faye's strange behavior on the set. It's uncertain if Faye just wanted to make the slap look as real as possible, or if she had some kind of grudge against the woman playing her on-screen assistant. Faye likes to slap her coworkers. Another instance where Faye Dunaway reportedly got hands-on with a co-worker who definitely didn't consent was during a 1996 Broadway production of a play called Masterclass. A wig designer named Paul Huntley alleged that he saw Faye slap his assistant on the hand after the actress didn't like the style of hairpins that were presented to her. According to Paul, this incident really messed the assistant up. Before we tell you more about Faye, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to Factsverse if you haven't already. Faye Dunaway is sometimes called Hurricane Faye. Leanne Locken will be most recognizable to audiences thanks to her time on the reality TV series The Real Housewives of Dallas. But before that hit show, she had made a few attempts to become a serious actress. One was as Faye Dunaway's on-screen daughter in a made-for-TV feature called Rain. The movie came out in 2006, and it appears that Faye was just as obnoxious as ever to her peers on the set. Faye was reportedly so cumbersome to deal with on set that the cast and crew of the production began referring to her as Hurricane Faye. Some of her diva-like behavior included her insistence that no one within a 10-foot radius of her trailer be allowed to make any noise whatsoever, which she strictly enforced. Another disastrous moment on set came when Leanne had the gall to try to coach Faye Dunaway on a line. According to her, Faye was having a difficult time remembering her lines during a scene and was holding up filming. Leanne gave the iconic actress some advice on how to get the scene done, and Faye did not take it well. She reportedly began to freak out at her co-star before a wardrobe person came in to break things up between them. Faye's career may not recover from her recent firing. More recently, Faye Dunaway seems to have had a heap of trouble with her coworkers when trying to make a Broadway comeback via a show called Tea at 5 in 2019. The actress was fired from the productions, with numerous reasons being cited for her removal. Firstly, it seems Faye straight up refused to learn her lines for the show. Either that or the 81-year-old actress's memory had gotten so bad by that point that she was unable to. Secondly, there was an instance during press for the show that saw Faye make a big scene about how much she didn't like a salad she'd been giving, with her eventually throwing the salad on the floor of the event in front of everyone. Producers had hopes that things would get better with the actress once the show was up and running. Sadly, things only got worse. It seemed Faye got back into her old habit of slapping her coworkers before being fired, though the specific incident that was credited with her being let go involved her calling her assistant a little homosexual boy, which is apparently a direct quote. Some say Faye's career is done for good following that firing. A few years prior, the actress had an embarrassing incident at the 89th Academy Awards that wasn't her fault. At the 2017 ceremony, the actress presented the Best Picture award with former Bonnie and Clyde co-star Warren Beatty. They ended up reading the wrong film's name from the card, and many audience members blamed the mix-up on Faye specifically. But it has since become apparent it was an honest mistake behind the scenes. Faye even got on Bette Davis's bad side. Another production where Faye was reportedly hard to deal with was 1976's made-for-TV feature The Disappearance of Amy. That movie starred James Wood and Bette Davis as well, the former of whom was a burgeoning star, and the latter was one of the biggest stars of Hollywood's golden age. James Woods has shared he was incredibly starstruck upon meeting Bette, and the actress couldn't have been more gracious. He also claimed Faye was a boon to everyone on the production set. According to James, there was no reason that a star like Bette Davis could be humble to everyone she encountered, while a comparatively lesser star like Faye Dunaway acted like a diva and abused her power constantly. It seems Faye's behavior on the set was enough to rub the humble Bette Davis herself the wrong way, with Bette going on to claim via an appearance on The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson that Faye Dunaway was the worst person to work with in all of Hollywood. Sadly, this didn't inspire Faye to change. Now it's time to hear from you. Which part of this story was most surprising to hear about? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Facts First if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content. By the way, if you haven't joined Facts First as a member yet, be sure to look below this video and click the join button. By becoming a paid member of Facts First, you'll get access to exclusive video content that you won't find anywhere else. This includes some of our more mature content that isn't suitable for public audiences, which includes topics like Hollywood actresses who posed for Playboy and some of the steamiest moments in movie history. Plus, you can enjoy these videos completely ad-free.